one of my favorite people in the world talks on this, Amy Kate from Mindful Collective. If anyone's ever heard of her, she's a psychiatrist or psychologist. I get their sites confused, but one of them. But she talks about the mental process it goes through, and we're designed to follow a to-do list. So when we start a new job and we get a role description and we get a process and we get KPIs, what that does for our mental well-being versus wake up every day with 100 different things we could do and having to make the decision of which way to go. It's the same kind of energy of having to kind of create a road through a forest and clear trees and, you know, look at the stars to see where you are on the map and figure that out. It's the same mental energy. We don't have a roadmap built for us. So I think these fears are real, and I think a lot of the business resources out there say, oh, you know, mindset, just get over it. Like it's a thing that is a real feeling and it's a real process. But I have a weird, slightly controversial idea that there's 3 types of people in the world. There's normal people. They want to go to work 9 to 5. They really don't care about responsibility. They're probably really passionate about doing a good job, but they live for the weekends and they flourish in that environment. And then you have people that are achievers. They want to be leaders, or they want to perhaps be a freelancer, earn their own money, but they're happy at that point, having some work-life balance and just, you know, they've got an achievement tick on their resume, they're good to go. And then a term that I call big lifers, and it's what one of my programs is called, you're destined to do something big in this world. You want to make a lot of money. You want to live a big life. You want to achieve big things. You want to change the world, change an industry, make an impact, make a statement. And if you are a big lifer, you will always be unfulfilled doing anything else. You feel like other people don't get you. It feels like you don't enjoy conversations with the other 2 categories. You're all consumed by this thing that you have to do, even if you don't know what it is. It's like an itch you can't scratch. And a really good test for it is if you've read Brene Brown's books around her version of joy, like where is your play space? Where do you lose track of time? For a big lifer, that's generally at work. Like that is our joy. That's where we get our fulfillment, and that idea is really challenging to us. And so if you have those signs of a big lifer, you've kind of got to either commit to a life being really unhappy, being mediocre, or giving it your all, because there's no in between for you. If you're supposed to do something big on this planet, that itch is not going away, and you're not alone, but you're probably the minority in your circle and your group of friends. But when you meet other people that are like you, it starts to make a bit more sense.
That's so incredible. I love it. It makes me laugh because, you know, sometimes on the week when you think about where you get lost in finding joy, I just immediately went to, I built this new web. I just had this idea. So I was just jumped on. I was like, I'm going to build a web page, see how that'll work, glue it all together. And my partner's like, okay, well, I'm going to be watching Netflix if you need me. Exactly. So I totally get that. And it is interesting though, because there are a lot of people that don't get that, right? There are, I remember losing quite a lot of my friends going through this whole process. And even now it's funny, like my therapist once said to me, you know, do you have close friends? And I was like, well, I don't really want them. I've got my business chicks and they like get what I'm trying to achieve and all that. And she's like, okay, well, so I kind of get it, right? Like not everyone is for you, and you have to find your people that are going to support what it is you want to achieve in life. I love that. I love it so much.